This Fun 300 SD used to be owned by a plastic surgeon, and quite a bit of its miles were put on using human fat derived biodiesel. But apparently not everyone liked this plastic surgeon, so somebody has put several pounds of sugar into the fuel tank. This sugar has turned to caramel, and it keeps clogging the lift pump down there. The only way to start this car used to be to pull off the hose. Well, actually, the only way the first few times I started this car was by rebuilding the lift pump, but it would get clogged again after one time running it. Then I figured out that if I pulled off the hose, I could poke this little piece of wire into the intake of the pump and unstick the valve. Then I could lift up the prime pump and fill it with diesel and then push it, and that would unstick the exit valve out of the lift pump. So to make it more accessible, so I don't have to remove the hose, I've replaced this little piece with a banjo bolt that I drilled on the top and put a 1/4-20 bolt in it with a nylon bushing. So that allows me to, without removing the hose, just open up a hole in the banjo bolt and poke the valve down each time I need to start the car. Now it's time for an upgrade, because it is quite messy to do it the way I'm currently doing. I finally got one of those banjo bolts that has a 1/8 NPT on top. And then I got one of those valve, which unfortunately is 1/4 NPT, so I had to get an adapter. So, time to put it in. Unfortunately, this little valve would not clear the prime pump even after removing this little black handle. So I had to undo the prime pump, which is a bit of a difficult task on here with lack of access. So now this is about to go in, and then I will reinstall the prime pump. Now that the valve is in, the prime pump can go back in. So now we can quickly review the startup process now that it's all streamlined. We open up this valve, we stick this piece of aluminum, and we unstickify the valve inside there. Then we close this valve and we proceed to prime the lift pump. Once it gets stiff, we push it hard once and keep pumping. Yeah, sometimes it takes quite a long time to prime this. Once there's fluid going through the system, it starts to feel completely different. And you can start seeing it dance right here in the filter tube. And now that we're fully primed, it's time to start the car. Let's see. Wait for the glow plugs to warm up. And here we go. Now we're going to check if it's operating correctly. If the engine is running right, then the diesel will be dancing inside this tube. And let's see if we have any major leaks. Let's wipe everything down. Nope, no leaks. So yeah, we're all good.